Hi, Tony DeWitt here, Missouri appellate attorney, and a guy who likes to make the law make sense here on YouTube. Today we're going to talk about something that is not particularly well understood. It's called the rule, and it isn't written down anywhere that I've been able to find, at least not in any of the state civil rules of civil procedure, and so we'll talk about that here in just a moment. The rule is actually a rule that has come about by custom more than anything else. It is designed to prevent people from perjuring themselves in court. And here's how it works. At the beginning of the trial, one party or the other will ask the judge to invoke the rule. And the rule is simply this. If you are testifying in the court, then you have to be excluded from the court until it's your turn to testify. A plaintiff's lawyer will have 5 or 6 people on his list of people to call in any given day, and he will usually take them in order because one person's testimony helps introduce the next person's testimony, and so on. So what happens is the lawyer will call the plaintiff and he'll ask what happened. I was in the car, I was hit. And then he'll call the next person who is a witness, who's standing on the street corner. Yes, I saw the red car run the red light, and it hit the blue car, and the poor guy was really torn up. Then the third witness will come in and testify. Perhaps the doctor, I saw him at the hospital, and he was really badly messed up. The purpose is that each of those people can't hear the testimony that goes before them, so that if there is later a contested issue, for example, the color of the light, was it red or was it green, then at the very least, one person's testimony won't corrupt the testimony of the next person. Because there's a funny thing about people when they're testifying and when they are in a court of law. It is very tempting, even though you didn't see the light, to say, yeah, the light was green. That's because you want to be agreeable, you want to go along to get along, and so you simply add that. But unfortunately, if you didn't see it, then you're not supposed to do that. So this is designed to prevent one person from adopting another person's testimony. Now there is an exception to the rule, and that exception is this. Expert witnesses can remain in the courtroom and hear all of the testimony, because an expert witness is there to give his opinion on the basis of facts made known to him. And obviously some of the things that have been made known to him are the prior deposition testimony in a case, as well as the testimony that comes in live. And as a result of that, if he reads or hears this testimony, when it comes in, then he can be called as an expert to give his opinion based on the evidence that's been taken in the court. The reason that the rule doesn't apply to experts is because the actual rules of civil procedure say that an expert may base his opinion on facts that come into evidence, as well as facts made known to him that are not admissible into evidence. For example, a hearsay statement in a report by, for example, the Department of Transportation might very well be known to an expert witness, and he might base his opinion in part on that report, even though that report may not necessarily be admissible into the court of law because it's hearsay. It would probably be excluded. It would probably be subject to an exception, and it would probably be admissible, but it doesn't have to be admitted for the expert to rely on it. So the rule doesn't apply to experts, but it applies to everyone else. And it's a good rule. The purpose of a trial is to get to the truth. It isn't to get a verdict for one side or another. It's to get to the truth. That's why lawyers are called to a higher standard when they produce witnesses, and they can't allow witnesses to lie on the stand, because a trial is all about getting to the truth. Ethical lawyers will not do that. Ethical lawyers will correct the record when they know someone has misspoken. So I hope you found that interesting and perhaps useful. If you have, I would really love it if you would punch on the subscribe icon over there or leave a comment down below where you can let YouTube know that this content is useful and helpful. And I'd really appreciate it if you'd smash that like button for me. So thank you so much for watching. Have a terrific day.